It's tough, all-terrain styling, 4x4, 109-inch wheelbase, ready to conquer all environments, used by police, fire, service, utility companies. In this instance, these vehicles have been rescuing the survivors of the volcano earthquake. Only their 4x4 styling can see them through this environment. Hi, this is the Corgi Defender 110. Slightly smaller scale. This one is the farm vehicle, sporting a lovely twin cab. Fantastic mud splash detailing everywhere. These vehicles are available in singles, and you can pick them up in the shop for a little bit more than a Hot Wheel. As far as quality goes, they're sturdy. They've got a single piece base with the seats pushed straight through. And just to compare the size with the Matchbox, as you can see that this 110 is a little bit smaller. Yeah, here she is. This is the Matchbox 60th anniversary Land Rover Defender 110. And she wants to be free for today's show. So I've left you with a few spinners of this beautiful casting to peruse. I'll strip this one out of the box. It's coming, it's coming. There it is. The box is gone. There she is, she's in there, full of plastic. Oh wow, and this is absolutely splendid out of the box. Check this out. Awesome. As you can see, it's got the painted Tampo headlights. Beautiful. Rolls well. That's a minty little beastie. Love it. And we're just going to check that up against the this compadres. Now here's a special difference from the old vehicle mentioned before. The old vehicle has a moulded metal roof. Thailand base, of course, 2005. The later model with its plastic roof. Slightly different base. You can catch that. Well, not a lot of difference there, but there are a few differences. In 1/64 scale, absolutely gorgeous. Here we go, just appreciate this a bit more. That's beautiful. Now let's have a look to see where this fantastic vehicle came from. It certainly has a history. Well, hello everybody, this is K5 with a then and now, the story of the Land Rover. And today we're going to take you right back to 1946. And in front of you, we've got Maurice Wilks sitting in his new Land Rover, driving around on his farm. And as you can see, this little tiny short wheel base vehicle, 4x4, able to conquer any terrain, did not come about by accident. Now in 1946, Maurice Wilks was driving around in a Chrysler Jeep, and the Chrysler Jeep was a leftover product from the Second World War. Its smart 4x4 gear ratioing and general ease of use made it an ideal vehicle for the little farmer to use. But he also identified a problem with that vehicle, and that being the spare parts problem. So he had a little word with his brother Spencer, who was in charge of the Rover company, and he said to him, why don't we produce an English version? So, and that's exactly what they did. So in September 1947, the Land Rover project began. Now, the first Land Rover appeared in April 1948, so that's a pretty quick time span. Land Rover already had a vehicle in mind prior to the war, but never actually saw fruition. So using those parts, they managed to put together a small, sturdy vehicle. And the sturdiness really comes from its use of these flat panels, easy production. Sheet aluminium instead of steel, as aluminium was a hard product to come by. Steel was hard to come by, and aluminium was in easy supply. As you can see, these great haunches over the wheel arches there. Simple box construction, and this model is actually a 1993 reproduction made in China of the original Matchbox number 12A. 7. This is a COE cab over engine variant of the by then well established Land Rover brand, and as you can see, it's being used by the fire service. That, by the way, stops the suspension from bouncing up and down. A strange innovation from Lesney at the time. There you go. This isn't the only vehicle. Carrying on with the number 12 vehicle, we see the 12-seater and increased wheel length to 109 inches. The Land Rover Safari. Here we go. This is a 1965 model. As you can see, it's got the roof rack on there and everything. By this time, the engine capacity was increased. This Mark II Land Rover with its 4-door configuration and seating arrangements there for film crews and anybody else that wants to get in the back to go and film some lovely animals out there in the darkest wilderness. See, on the Mark II here, we still have the lights and the radiator enclosed within the haunches of the front there. But some small design changes were starting to appear on the vehicle. The flat sides were starting to be creased in slightly, and some other features added. Still didn't have a heater inside, but still a very useful and very capacious vehicle. And I do actually have a transition model for this. This is the superfast version that came out in around about 1969. Again, number 12. And this replaced the old original Lesney there. Pretty much just the base of the vehicle, really. As you can see there, the original transitional style superfast clip overs. And those clips, if you actually unclip them, you can take those wheels out. I've yet to do that one on this. Continuing with the Mark II, this is the Mark IIA, we have the Mark IIB. So in 1968 we see the transition to the Mark IIB, and the marked difference really from the Mark IIA to the Mark IIB really is the movement of headlamps. Now these headlamps start off in the middle there and end up on the wings. Now this Mark IIB, it's quite a nice piece actually. This is a Corgi whiz wheel. Comes with a hook on the back there. Very cool piece, and actually runs very well indeed. Actually, this is probably going to be the Land Rover of choice to go racing down a track. In the background, I've got another few Mark IIBs from Corgi. This is actually a bit beaten up, but it is still a whiz wheel. You can see on the base there. And what they've done is they've added a hook, and they've changed the casting a little bit. As you can see, it's got a little bit more detail on the door. We have rounded rear quarters on the cab. They've included bubble light on the roof. The front end's almost the same. Perhaps see a slightly better example in this model. This is the Corgi Junior. You can see there. Corgi Junior is coming later than the Whiz Wheels. Whiz Wheels fading out by the 1973. See some more details on the rear there. We have the hooks taken away. I don't believe I've got any hooks on these vehicles. No, the hook is well and truly taken away. On this one you can see they've still got the base, the same base, but that's broken off quite a few of these vehicles. Lovely, available in quite a few different shades too. Now there is a slightly smaller version, the 90-inch version, and this is the transitional Mark II-B with its short wheelbase, reminiscent of the original Land Rovers. These are also, the 2Bs are also available with a longer wheelbase. And the reason they're the 2Bs is because the engine size is increased yet again, pushing the engine front right up to the headlamps, which had been moved to the wings, as you can see, losing that traditional Land Rover shape that we'd all come used to at the time. Of course, the Mark II-B saw the changeover coming for the Mark III. So in 1971 you get the Mark III. We've got the police version, quite nice, in reasonable condition. We've got a race support version. We actually have a very nice race support version here. This is in mint condition, and these vehicles gradually saw engine size increments to the V8 size engine. But these particular Corgis were the last of the line for the old Made in England Corgis, and eventually were sold to Mattel, who continued the Corgi line. We've got here a Hot Wheels Smith's electric vehicle, which in most respects is identical to the Corgi, and I noticed one feature in particular that was different, and that was the exclusion of the rear quarter windows. As you can see there, they've been shut off on the later version here. So it just needs me to finish the show now, and this is the Series 1, Series 2, with a few variations, and we've got the Series 2B, pulling a caravan, awesome. We've got a hooky version, Series 3, it's all going on. It's a heap of Land Rovers for your appraisal. And here we are, here's the then and now. We have the two farm vehicles, the current 110 Defender double cab, and Morris in his little Series 1. And this is K5 saying ta-ta for now, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon in another one.